Nobody wakes up on a Saturday morning and says, today I'm going to join a riot. But they do wake up believing that they're doing something right, necessary, moral. They believe that they're standing up for something or against something. That matters. And in a free society, that instinct is not just understandable, it's legitimate. Every group in this country is entitled to grievances. Every community feels pressure somewhere, cultural, economic, political, moral pressure. And the right to protest these pressures is a cornerstone of any society that calls itself free. You see, protest built the modern world. Workers' rights were not handed down politely. Women didn't receive the vote because they whispered nicely. The American civil rights movement did not succeed because people stayed at home. But figures like Martin Luther King Jr. understood something very powerful. Protest can be disruptive without being destructive. It can be forceful without being feral. So this isn't an argument against protest. It's an examination of what happens when protests lose discipline. Because history shows us something very uncomfortable. Peaceful gatherings can become volatile very quickly. Not because the majority want violence, but because of psychology. You see, when individuals enter a large crowd, something subtle happens. Identity shifts. Personal accountability softens. Responsibility diffuses. The French social psychologist Gustave Le Bon wrote about this in the 19th century. He observed that individuals in crowds begin to think less as independent moral agents and more as part of this collective organism. The crowd literally develops its own emotional rhythm. And in that state, emotion spreads faster than reason. Anger travels quicker than nuance. And once the emotional intensity crosses a certain threshold, it doesn't take many people to alter the direction of the whole group. In any large demonstration, the crowd is not one mind, it's layered. At the outer layer, you have the majority. Ordinary people, they've come to show support and solidarity, to be counted, to stand with others who share their concern. They're not looking for confrontation. They've got jobs, families, responsibilities. They want their voice to be heard, not chaos. Now, inside that majority is a more committed core. These people are ideologically driven. The organisers, the activists, the people who've studied the issue, who feel it deeply. They're disciplined, focused, sometimes quite intense, and they believe strongly in their righteousness of their cause and themselves. And then on the edges of that core, there's a smaller but very critical